Hmm. Do you remember remember back, ooh, I don't know, 5 or 6 videos ago maybe, and I said something along the lines of, I really like it, you know, but there's going to be a point where I'm not going to like it. It sure looks nice though. Looks nice now, you know. I imagine maybe in a day or two I'll start thinking, I wish this would go away. So, snowing again? I guess I shouldn't complain too much. It's not sticking that much yet. Wow. Here we are again with this snow. It was just starting to clear. Look, it's all just dark here and normal. That's just, this was all defrost. We weren't slipping around on those parts. Some people have 3 feet of snow. Did somebody comment on that? Winter, I've had it with you. There was a picture somewhere, probably on Facebook or something. There was this little snowman lying on the ground, and somebody had stabbed a bunch of knives and it says, "Die, winter, die!" Hi, Ruby. How's it going, big girl? What are you doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Blink, 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 blink. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised you have to blink so much. This stuff is hitting hard. It's kind of wet. It's not actually that cold, which is why it's so... I don't know why he eats like this. Oh, it's never gonna focus. Maybe it will. He sort of straddles his bag. It's never gonna focus. It's too much coming down. And he eats the back. He eats over the back of the bag. He doesn't do what every other horse does. Horsey check in the snow. Vinny's doing great. Also hanging out in the snow. Like I said, horses love it. Hi, Vinny. Later, but oh, I was just gonna walk by you. Did you want me to say hello? A little bit, but not much. A little bit. Oh, hi, buddy. Yeah. I don't want to really rub you on your super duper wet spot because then you'll just get all wet and your fur won't keep it all off. Look at how well it keeps it off his body. See, it just sits on the rough outer coat and his fluffy inner coat keeps him toasty. Right, buddy? Okay, well, what? I don't know what you need. What do you need? Hey? Yeah. Okay, I'll come to this side for a second. I don't know what you need. What do you want? Okay, you scratch. Yes or no? A little bit? Oh, you're awfully snuggly. Okay, pal. Well, thanks for the snuggles. Moving on. Sorry, I gotta make sure everybody else is good. Good grief, I can't see a thing. I mean, it's honestly just coming down straight into my eyeballs. Good thing I've got some decent eyelashes going on. Hi, Lean Lean. Mrs. Tidy just makes one pile, then walks through it. What's going on, Lena? Yeah, well, you've got piles of hay left. We loaded you up really good last night. Lots of water. Got the hose working. It's been frozen for 2 weeks. So to get water down here, we have to put it in big, huge buckets and then bring it down with a gator, sort of thing. Works out fine. I mean, it's no big deal, but kind of a pain. See how these two are doing. Pretty good. Pretty good. Come on, camera. Just too much snow. So today should be interesting. I've got an idea, I've got a plan, I've got a thought on what I want to do today now that it's snowing again like crazy. So I will talk about that later in this video, obviously, as long as everything goes according to plan. No more woodpecker holes, just the one. Isn't this tree cool though? Look at the way it twists up and around. I don't know if you can see that. See, it twists. First it twists this way, and then as it goes, it twists sort of way over that way. Oh, it's hard to hold the camera like that. Anyhow, whatever. So, just another interesting thing around here. Right, Vinny? Yeah. So let's head up to the top, check out the last. Lens is getting wet. No surprise. Head up to the top, check on the last two because we started at the shop, and then finish off with them for a horsey check. Springer's doing really well. Loving that Gracie footage. I've been looking at that. Those two got along so well. Okay, I just can't stand being in here. Snow anymore. So, one more day of snow. Those two are doing pretty good. Really's rubbing. 6x6 posts, no problem there. Cemented in the ground. Yeah. Good times. Somebody make this snow stop. Oh, that's loud. Plow. Plowing the roads. Whew. Okay, that's it for now, you guys, for horsey check. But I do have some interesting stuff coming up, I'm sure of it. So I will see you next for that part. Whew. Okay. Oh man, look at that view. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Love the snow, I really do. You know, you kind of get enough of it and then you're like, wait a second, look at that. You know, and then it's beautiful again. Ooh, I'm all soaking wet. Zeus and I were goofing off in the arena, running around.
You and me, let's get together now, you'll see just how this life is supposed to be.
It's a lot of work chasing the dog around. Hi, buddy. Okay. And that's our 2 or 3 minutes of playtime. forest looks amazing. It's just another one of those days you want to run out and get some beautiful snowy footage, because it just floats down so gently, you know. Anyhow, today's not that day, as much as I'd love to. Oh, here's that dog now. How's it going, buddy? What are you doing? Says I'm sniffing. There's got to be something in here to sniff. Working with Gracie today. Hopefully that's interesting. I'm going to do a live stream. Unscheduled again. It just comes to me, you know. I just think I'm going to do that today. So that's what we're up to. I got to go get her. I brought the equipment down for now. We're going to do some tarp stuff. I've already got a part of a series of videos ready to go, talking about this stuff, horsemanship, training the horses that seem to, you know, be a little bit out of sorts and, and not able to handle stuff that's scary, really scary. A lot of energy and stuff like that. So anyways, we'll talk about that later. But for now, I gotta go get a horse and start up the live stream. Hopefully there's some of you out there that are gonna be watching. If not, check it out later, you know. And I'll probably do a conclusion on that, just like I did with Lena. Okay, let's get on with this. All right, we are in conclusion mode of this video. If you were on YouTube today and happened to catch a live stream, I hope you guys enjoyed it with Gracie in the new arena with all the snow. It was pretty exciting, I gotta admit. It actually went as I expected it to. I didn't really expect to have a more difficult time with her than I did with Lena. I explained it in the live stream, but if you haven't watched it yet, the link's going to be in the description to this video, which is essentially what's going to be yesterday's video if you're watching this today. And the reason that I figured that Gracie would be easier is because she's younger and she's got less baggage. She's got less to really draw from for problems in strange places. It may be an unknown and she may be worried and scared and she may think that it's a scary place to be, but she has more of a framework and more of a foundation with me that I believe would have her stick with me, which she did. So my instinct was correct this time. It's not like it's always, but this time I had it on. It was pretty good. And she had a good go at it. There was some pretty scary spots. Come on. You gotta go that way. Yeah, it's a big deal. There's snow everywhere. Unexpected spots. Some spots I was able to create and some that just happened. And the good thing is that these kinds of situations are going to happen all the time if you have a horse. And there's no such thing as a bomb-proof horse. There's no such thing as a horse that's seen everything. I mean, there's horses that have seen a lot and they'll be pretty good. But every horse has, you know, Mother Nature kicking in and saying, I want to stay alive. And if something weird happens, and we do too. If you were just kind of hanging out with a buddy and you know, 100 feet behind you, somebody shot off a gun that you didn't expect, you'd jump. That's normal. And we have to forgive our horses for that as well. So these weird unknown things like snow sliding off the walls, the outside walls, they're unexpected and weird. And so, yeah, you're going to get a horse that's not going to be able to handle it. But the difference, the biggest difference, I think, between Lena and Gracie is that Gracie stuck with me much better. Now, Lena moved around a lot, and I gave her that freedom to move around. So I'm also going to link below Lena's live stream, and I think I'll link the conclusion video of her stuff as well, because the comparison is good. I mean, if you haven't watched these streams or these videos, they're long, but they're pure gold. They're something that I wish that I had taken and used a proper camera for the whole thing, because it's higher resolution, it's better quality. You can see more than the live stream will offer. But these videos, there's a lot of content in there that even I kind of look back and I think, I should have talked about that, or I should have mentioned this. And when I look back on it and sort of come to these conclusions, and I bring my little notebook with me, I can talk about, a few extra things that are going on. And the good thing is now you can see two different horses, and we'll do the rest of the horses here as well, as long as the snow kind of keeps up. I mean, even if it doesn't, I can still bang on the walls and do all kinds of things, and we'll still be able to discover stuff that freak horses out and how to bring them back down. But we go back to it. Lena raced around a lot. She did stay with me. She never pulled me off, but she didn't stay as with me as Gracie had. And I think that's a concern. It's a worry. She's faster to kind of take off and bolt than Gracie is, but they both, were really worried. Both were really scared. And the important thing was, and I say it again, I've said it too many times now probably, but they stuck with me. So it's easy to have drive with a horse. You can easily drive a horse to do something. And it's relatively easy to lead a horse and get them to go with you. But to truly have draw, where something else is a concern and something else is a worry, and they don't just leave you. Now, don't get me wrong, obviously I have a halter and a lead rope, so there's going to be a natural draw. She's not going to want to pull, which is another topic I talked about, that you don't want a horse that is going to pull on a halter, pull on a lead rope, and try to get away. You want them to be able to give to pressure very easily. And one person noted it, that the lead rope rarely went taut, meaning that it rarely went really tight and she had to pull me. And a lot of times you'll see my arms sort of extend and go with her, a little bit elastic-like. And that's really important as well. You have to be able to be flexible with your horse. You have to be able to let some line out and bring the line in. So I'm not sure if sometimes those things were visible. There are other times when she just stayed just at the end of that lead rope, which is what you want. Allowing her that freedom to move around is really important. But I do want to talk about a few things. I'm going to show a couple of clips that I was able to get with my my good camera. And I'm just going to make some points now, and I'll show those clips, and then we'll end this here. It's been a pretty big day. Great footage, great material. I hope you guys can learn from this. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up below, and I'll do my best to answer, as always. So, I have 4 points that I want to talk about. Number one, when you have a horse that is freaking out and they're not able to kind of stick with you or stay near you, and they're really worried. Now you have two things that could happen. One, they could try to take off, and two, mentally they're gone, and physically they're stuck. The physically stuck, mentally gone ones are the time bombs that you're really going to have to sort of keep on pushing and pushing. And so in one of the clips that I'm going to show you, even though something really scary is happening, I'm still just continuing to say, go, 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 go. Keep moving your feet. It's really important to keep the horse moving their feet. Not a lot. You're not trying to chase them around, but just around a little. keep moving so that they don't bolt or buck or rear up or charge or anything. By continuing the exercise, continuing just a normal movement, to them also, it will feel like, I should just, but that, and I should, and then they just sort of go. And then you can reward them. So, to go with that, my second point, when they're freaking out, when they're trying to leave something, or if they are sort of stuck there and their feet don't move, they're essentially, when they do that, they have to tune you out, to tune that thing in. So they stop paying attention to you and they pay attention to whatever is going on. And that could be anything. It could be a tree falling down. It could be another horse freaking out. It could be something loud. It could be the snow, as you've seen there. But for them to pay attention to that, they have to stop paying attention to you. And that's going to happen a lot. You could be trail riding with a buddy or a couple of buddies or something. Some other horses will come up and your horse will want to start a fight or tell another horse to take off. To do that, they have to go pay attention to that horse and stop paying attention to you. So my point here is that you want to be the thing that they place number one. The thing that they tune the other thing out for. So in one of the clips, I'll show you, when she starts to pay attention more to what the wall's doing, I ramp up a bit of pressure. Now my pressure is very reassuring. I'm not out there to, kind of get her or something like that. But when I say move your feet, I really mean it. Please just move your feet, or I'm going to have to, put a little more pressure on it and say, move your feet now. And a lot of times they just start moving. And then it's up to you to make sure that you release that pressure. You say, good, I'm glad you moved, and come back down. So I talk about that quite a bit in the video as well, because there'll be times when you'll lose your patience for that kind of thing. But the point is that you want to be the thing that they tune other stuff out for. So somehow you have to get that going in your relationship on a very consistent basis so that it's easy to get back to. Okay? In another clip, I'll show you the fear of the walls, the fear of the sound of the walls, causes our circles to be kind of oblong, like a weird oval of some sorts. And the reason is that she sort of hugs me close when the scary thing is on the other side of us. And I talk about that as well in that video about having the scary thing in between the two of you. Not on the other side of the horse. But in the case that it is on the other side of the horse, you're going to want to keep on sort of communicating and consistently letting them know, even if it's scary over there, don't come here. This is my space. Out. And you can do that through the circle groundwork, because they'll make a circle around and they'll come in close. They'll start to fall in on the scary side, and they'll go out on the safer side. And so you have your proper circle on the good side, but on the scary side, they sort of suck in. And they'll stay just that far away from whatever you're swinging at them. Horseman's stick or rope or whip or whatever you got in your hands that helps you do groundwork. So watch your circles. It's one of the easiest exercises to do while you're trying to get a horse past something. It's just basic circles and direction changes. But watch them. Make sure they're not hugging in and stepping on you. And I think I covered it, but my fourth item here is that when you are asking for something, and so something's really worrying them, something's getting them scared, and you'll see it in here, these four things. When I ask for something, I ask for it until I get it. And you can apply this to anything. You can apply this to whether you're sitting on their back, whether you're doing groundwork, whether you're going to go feed them. If you're asking for back up, if you're asking for go that way, or come to me, don't stop asking very consistently and quietly until you get it. When you do finally get it, stop. And even in these scary situations, There has to be a goal in your head where you say, I know what I want. I know where I want you to go. I'm going to ask you to go there. And hopefully you have the tools to get that done. That's what groundwork's for. And when you get there, when you start to get there even, you can let off and then go small again. And so if you stop asking before you get what you want, you'll essentially have taught them to do nothing, despite the fact that you were asking. So something to think about. And check out the live streams as well. You'll see a big difference between the two horses. But the way that I deal with it is just about the same, and essentially is the things that I talk about in these two conclusions, both about Lena that I did before and Gracie now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know a lot of people have asked, what would Gracie do? So I thought I wanted to know as well. And so hopefully that's been interesting. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, you ready? Come here, come, hey, you're okay. You're okay. Slow down, back up.